Welcome back to the channel. Well, it's been a few busy days lately around here, which, you know, that's the way it is. But anyways, I had, well, you remember that video I did at UB, and, you know, made a, little spot like that, which I've got quite a few good comments about that kind of, doing a video like that. So we'll continue that. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do next month. I'd like to do that around the 15th. That way, say I'm somewhere and they have multiple tractors and I can, maybe, record a video or at least part of a video while I'm there and then do their research and, finish it up and do it ahead of time. I could do like, several months ahead of time, just know right around the 15th, hey, we're going to do a spotlight. But anyways, as I was, editing that video, and Jacob told me before that you should eject your SD card and not just pull it out of the computer. Well, I didn't listen to him this time, and I pulled it out and I lost a bunch of footage, not of that night's, but what I had done previous. And what me and the boys did previous is we got this side back on this tractor, and it didn't, I want to tell you, it probably didn't go as easy as that side did, and I did this side by myself. But I did this side differently because I was by myself. I put the bearing holder and seal on before I put it all on there, and I was trying to do it, anyways. So that footage is gone, which, you're really not missing much because what we did here, I did there, and you got to see that. So, yeah, this tractor it's kind of coming back together, but, this is not what I'm going to work on today. Well, I'm going to have to move some stuff. I moved some stuff and just got it in here out of the weather. But I want to work on this 900. I do have the flywheel back. So that could go on. But before I put the clutch and all that stuff back on, I want to check the Amplitorq. Because if you recall, it's not working in low. Or I should say, there is no change from high to low. And when I'm on an incline, say going forward, and I push the clutch in with the Amplitorq in high, it should not roll back until I either take it out of gear or pull the Amplitorq back, and then it should be able to roll back. But it doesn't do that, so I want to investigate that. Maybe my sprag bearing is bad. I'm thinking in high. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're going to tear into that and take a peek. Okay, well, this is something I need to do anyways because I want to change this throwout bearing. So we need to take that out. So there's, there is 2 screws on this, or 2 springs on this. So we can, got to get a hold of that. This is always a greasy mess because, you grease your, that has been greased, the clutch shaft right through there. And this one here is this tube here that greases the throwout bearing. So if people do maintenance on here, which is always done, I think I need 2 hands. Try to set you somewhere. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Power of a magnet. Maybe it'd be easier to take it off the top here. So, bing. Yep. Okay. Ow. Oh, FYI, that M670 that I previewed the other day sounds like it's sold and heading out of state. I don't know if the current or the new owner wants that divulged or not, what state it's going in, but it is leaving, I guess. So that person is, I'm gonna have to get a new hose. Look at there, I didn't hardly do anything and that broke. Okay, no biggie. Okay, grease hose. I'll have to go, I don't know if my auto parts has hose that small to make me one. Okay, well, let's not get too excited until we make sure we don't need any other parts. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh, come on. All right, I just got a good right size wrench. I think it's smaller than this one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. There we go. No biggie. So, kind of important, you know, and you know, I'm not gonna let this hold us up, because this is something I can install even with the tractor back together, because there's an inspection window in the bottom of the tractor. So, all right. So, no biggie. Take it out of this end too. Plenty of grease on this. Like I say, she's a little stiff, but not horrible. So yeah, I'm gonna press that off, or you know, knock it off one way or another, and then we can get to that. Okay, so next we gotta take the clutch shaft out, or control or whatever. There's two pins in here. It's easier to knock them. Let's see if it's either knock them down or knock them up. Yeah, knock them up right here, right out towards the back, and then each shaft will come out each side, and we'll check these little rollers here. This one feels okay, that one feels okay too, but those will come out and those are replaceable as well. So boy, there's just a lot of grease in there. So all right, let me grab a punch and a hammer. Okay, that one's coming right up. Ouch, that's my hand. There's one. There's two. That wasn't bad at all. But let's grab them out of there. Roll pin, spring pin, I've heard it called, you know, several different things. So okay. All right. That shaft's gonna come right out. I don't really need to take it out all the way. Just enough to get this plate out here out. Okay. Okay, I'll bring you over here so you maybe see, but yep. Squeeze that pin together. All right. Okay, let's just set that down for the moment. All right. Doing that one-handed. Out. That's okay. Or maybe with two hands I can do this better. this is gonna have to be adjusted anyways, because see how it's adjusted just about all the way out. There we go. Okay, we'll just put that pin right back in there. Look how nice and clean and shiny that is. So it's not all rusty, and I don't think that's a stainless steel pin. Definitely not aluminum. So all right, we'll just leave that just like that. Okay, so now this should be able to pull out here. Come on. All right, 2 hands together. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, like I say, we'll just leave that shaft right in there. All right, so next we can take these springs off. Sometimes these get broken and your clutch doesn't want to return, but again, there's an inspection hole right down here. This one actually has the cover on it, so a lot of times they're missing, but this one has the cover on it. But you can get in there to replace that, so you don't have to split everything to do that. You can't really get to the Amplitorq from that hole because there's not enough room to slide the torque, this torque cover tube dealio out, just so you know. But not like you can right now. All right, 9/16 time. Actually, I could probably just put them down there for now. Oh, come on. I replaced this snap ring several times and it keeps just breaking off. Okay. All right. Okay. And sometimes this torque tube kind of doesn't want to come out, so I'll show you what I like to do. Kind of, you know, because I'm going to take everything out anyways. But here, getting kind of greasy here. But anyways, I'll take the handle here and just, you can put the torque in low and it pops it right out. Okay, there it is. Apparently this seal is in really good shape yet, because that's the only thing I was gripping on there. Boy, that bearing looks good too. So, all right. Well, now we can take that apart. But see, there's a seal in here, which I have a new one. So we're going to replace that. Yeah, not much to see here, but easy to change. You just knock it out and put the new one in and put it back on. Called the torque seal, torque tube seal, whatever. So yeah, we'll get that done. Actually, I think it's sitting right there on top of that toolbox. So I think that's the one. If not, it's in the other pile of seals. So okay. Okay, so if you were worried about the Amplitorq, you didn't want it separated, don't use that lever to do what I did. Just saying. Because it is so hard to get the clutches lined back up into the housing if you do it that way. But I'm taking that out, so. So to me, it's not the end of the world. So, all right. So on our, let's see, Yeah, I was on this 900 years and years and years ago. This broke. This brass yoke, two-piece yoke, broke on the other 900, and I had to replace it. That was early in my career of working on tractors, for sure. So, but I remember doing that. I think we did that in the shed on the dirt floor too. So I don't know if that's what got me hooked on working on these old tractors or not. But so actually, if I can get that out of there, we don't have to take it. But I think it'd be easier if I take that out all the way. I can't get a ratchet wrench on there, or else I would do that. But yeah, they're not threaded in there. So sorry if my arm's in the way, but well, I went and looked at something tonight that it's not a tractor, but it's to use with a tractor, and it's not even Minneapolis Moline. So that's all I'm gonna say for the minute, just because in case something happens and I for some reason don't get it home. So, but I did go look at it and agreed on a price. So I didn't pay for it yet, but it's got to be kind of dug out. So I guess this is the right word. So all right, I think I had a screwdriver right here. Oh, that's the wrong kind of screwdriver. I'm not sure what that was. Some kind of a bolt. There we go. Kind of a tight tolerance, this thing, apparently. Oh, don't go up there. Just separate. There. Got it. We'll just put it right back together. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. You see them where because there's a collar here, and we'll get to that in a minute, but there's a collar in there. This is a really similar to the PTO clutch. So, and so we'll put this all back on here, put it together. I hope you guys are seeing. At least good enough, but I can see pretty good. All right, well, we can, I'll get it out real quick, and we can do the next thing. So we need that necessarily doesn't have to come off because it stays on this shaft here. But we do need to get is, there's 2 more roll pins. And I can tell you right now, I don't think this tractor's ever been apart in there. And the reason I say that is just the way the safety wire is in there. So, all right. And you guys see the safety wire right there. Of course, there's one over here too. But that, to me, it looks factory. Yeah, he could have been in here and did a really good job. But, you know, the amount of hours that are on this tractor, I'm guessing no, but is that not high enough for you? Okay, so yeah, we need to get that out. I have a yeah, this can be a pain, just so you know, driving these out, because they kind of want to hit the housing in the back here, and that's part of the issue of, well, the way I did it there. I pushed it forward. Boy, she's right full of oil, right to the top there. Doesn't smell milky, but it sure smells like gear lube. Which that's what it's supposed to be. So, All right, let me grab a set of side cutters and we'll get them wires out of there, and then we'll have to drive those roll pins out too. Then we'll take the torque handle, take it out. Oh, and if I had somebody to help me right about there, would be perfect. So, maybe I should stuff some rags in here, because if I pound this down, it's going to fall and it's going to go bloop in there, then we'll have to go searching, which isn't the end of the world, but I don't know. Maybe, so let me, the boys hopefully are home soon. I could get Lydia out here too. She could help me, but I just need to get that started. All right. Of course. Okay. Yeah, just about right there. Oh, not a lot of room in here. Okay, got it out. Thanks to Jacob. He's a big help with that operation. So, okay, this part should come out. And this will have the high side clutches in it. Or no, the clutches are in there yet. This is the housing part of it. No, the clutches are in here. I was right. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is a thrust washer right here. Boy, that looks all right too. So make sure you hang on to that. Okay, then there's this gear, which engages in the low side in there. And I'm going to tell you right now, my sprag looks fine, but it's got a little bit of a wear ring on that. Who's that? Okay, and this has two of them in there. Boy, they don't look bad. Well, there's two roller bearings, and the sprag bearing is in the middle. If you know what I mean. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if you can see in there or not. I'll get you in there as far as I can, but see, there's two roller bearings on front and back, and then the sprag clutch is in the middle, and they make a wide and a narrow, and I think that one's the narrow I can see in there. So to get that out, you got to take this line off here, the lube line that lubricates that whole system, and then pull them 4 bolts or 6 bolts out. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. But man, I don't see any pieces. I don't see any missing rollers. And it moves. It's oiled. I kind of think it was just in the mechanical part, and probably just from sitting. But this, it's not rusty. It's not pitted. It looks just fine in there. I don't see any pieces missing. What is that? Right there. All right, hold a second. Hold the phone. Okay. We're going to investigate a little bit further. Okay. I want to reach down in here and get that roller out of here, though. Or that one pin. Got it. It's right there. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to investigate that. It'll only take me just a minute to get all of them out, but you got to have a long extension to get in there. I think it's a 1/2 inch. So, but first we got to take this lube line off the side. Oh, this, I think it just spins out, isn't it? It's like a pipe plug. It spins out. Okay, so to get this lube line off, yeah, of course, unhook the line here. Oop, I just dropped a spring. But anyways, this elbow is on here. To unscrew the elbow, then there's a little, this just comes right out. There's actually a spring though that goes in between them. And of course, I just dropped it. Lucky me. So, but it should be right here. So I'm gonna grab the flashlight and just look for it real quick. Okay. Got all the bolts out of this. This is the low side. Oh, come on, baby. Pretty tight tolerances in there, too. A little at a time. Come on. Let go. Please. I hope this isn't a complete waste of time. Yeah, that's okay. There's something on that sprag bearing that I see in there that I don't like. It looks odd. I want to take it out and just do an inspection. Got a flat bar here, as you can see. Trying to just gently persuade it out. That's the flat bar making that noise, not the bearings or the housing or whatever. Alright, let's be a little bit gentle with this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yep, I see something. Okay. Well, I was afraid of this when it was doing what I was thought it was doing. So, boy. Alright. Bring a light up here too for you. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there is part of the sprag bearing that's out. As in, yeah, the sprag's bad. Okay. Not the end of the world, but what a pain. Okay. We need to get this to the bench, get these out, and then luckily tomorrow is Friday, I can order parts. Got too much stuff on here. Junk seals, so alright. So there's a snap ring right here. That's not too difficult to get out. I mean, get some of the. I might need a smaller utensil. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I don't know. Can you still see even with that light like that? Okay. Anyways, all right. Let's see if we can get this out. There's a snap ring in here. There we go. So that's right. There's a little, like a little slot in here to help us. All right. Just peel that out of there without making everything go fling. And by the way, I did not find that spring. So while I'm ordering a sprag bearing, I'll order that spring. All right. This, don't think there's anything else in there. I believe they all will go that way. Yeah, because this is a race. Okay. I'm scared to know how much these are. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I don't think there's another snap ring, is there? I think that should just come right out of there. I don't think it's pressed in. But I don't think so. There's stuff behind there, but that looks like grease. Okay. Let's turn it over a little bit here. Snap ring on this side too. Okay. I don't think that it can come out this way. It's got to go that way. Take that little screwdriver, wherever it went. Let's see how there's pieces of the bearing that aren't underneath, and you can see how it's been wore onto the shaft. So and then that little piece right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some on this side too. I thought, yep, right here. Right here as well. So yeah, she needs new sprag. That bearing down there is scored as well. Wonder if the shaft needs to be replaced too. That's the only thing. You can see these ridges in there, and I can, oh, I better pick them up. My fingernail knows it's there, but it doesn't grab it. You know what I'm saying? Those are expensive too. Big enough? No, I think so. Okay. We'll put it on backwards and do it that way. Alright, you're gonna have to back up a little bit. I'm just gonna. Okay, that's working. Okay, now I'm just gotta get it higher. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, it's pushing the whole thing down. Yeah. Okay. All right, gotta find something to get it in the air a little bit more. Okay. Now you're going to be able to see. All right, so if you don't understand how this all works, well, there's a piece of it right there. But anyways, so it's in there. These are inside here like that, right? So this is what drive is. Are you not looking again? This is what drives everybody. So when it's in high, everything is locked together, and it's always turning, right? So, but in low, this is like, these are like hourglass rollers, so they only engage one way. So yeah, see, it's not even doing it right now. So that should, I should only be able to spin this in one direction. I don't remember which one it is, and not the other one. See, so that this sprag bearing is bad, but I'll show you what I saw. Yeah, this is definitely the narrow one. What I could see is these little wires sticking down. Just barely could see them. But yeah, she's whopped out. I've seen them worse. That one, this other tractor here, these were, part of them were missing. So, and that one had the wide bearing, but this is the narrow, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't even know if I can even get a number off this, but welters will know what it is. So, but yeah, for sure, she's wore out. That's too bad too. It's all right. Yeah, I can tell some parts are shiny. That's from rubbing on the shaft, and yeah, I don't know how they eased out or, you know, squeezed out like that. But yeah. Okay, well, we'll get these ordered. So I wanted to, yeah, I think I'm gonna replace these two, because the one had some pretty good wearing on them. I was thinking, you know, okay. Well, the tightwad in me thinks, well, this tractor's not gonna get, you know, 500 hours on it the rest of its life, but I do want it to work right. So I'll clean these up a little more and inspect them a little bit better, but now is the time to replace those for sure. So, and this one needs to be replaced for sure. And then I want to look at the clutch disc and the Amplitorq as well. Let's look at this. Make sure this isn't all Gubashevski'd, but I don't think so. I think that's this hub. These hubs are, you can still get these, but they're very expensive, and I don't think we need to replace this one. There's nothing in there tells me that, hey, you need to replace that. So, okay. Always something. Welters will have that sprag bearing right on hand, so don't even have to bother worrying about it. But let me measure this real quick. I'm pretty sure this is only, I think they make like a 3/4 wide and a 1/2 inch wide, and this is the 1/2. So, oop, I don't know what that was, but yeah, I could kind of, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Get it on the camera, but see how they're kind of like bread loaf look shape, so they can only engage one way. You know, and the other way they, yeah, it's kind of, that's how it works. Kind of expensive, but ouch. Okay, well, let's bring this back up here. I should be able to cut this wire and pull all these out, and then that should come right back up. Oh, geez, I didn't have to cut the wire. Just had to pull it through. Interesting. But I'm really hoping that these are all good. Yeah, I probably should clear this thing off a little better. Too many projects going on at once. Oh well. Okay, I think that's 1/2 inch, but I got 7/16 right here. Yep, I was right. I got 1/2 inch right here too. So, all right. And of course, it's my 1/2 inch that is junk. As in, oh, ouch. Just a little bit of wear in this one. Alright, I gotta find another magnetic tray. There's something here. I'll set them in there for now. Ding. Okay. Problem is, I'm just inspecting these, but the problem is you got to take this bearing off, which is pressed on to get everything else off. Because it won't go past. Because I don't think I can pry it off. I got to press it off, and that's not much fun. Because this, I don't believe, this can't go this way because it's sitting in a groove on the back side of these gears. If I remember correctly, I had my Jetstar 3 completely apart. So just trying to, what I can see here. Oh, I kind of think we need to tear it apart. Oh, I just see some. Thought I could, maybe it's just grease. Some burnt. That one, I don't know, there's quite a bit of stuff on them, you know, grit, I should say. I can loosen this, I can adjust it out, which isn't hard to do. That might be giving me more room. Am I going the wrong way? Probably. Might ask yourself, what am I doing? Okay, so I don't know if you can see that little, there's a pin right there, and when it locks them in position here, and then you can see this through the it's the other side. You can adjust the Amplitorq from the outside of the tractor. You just got to stick a tool in here, a screwdriver or something like, and depress that, then simultaneously you can turn this, and this is just the snap of the Amplitorq in and out. That makes sense to you. A lot of times, you know, you got to adjust it. When these plates get wore, you just need to adjust this so they squeeze it just a little bit tighter, if you know what I'm saying. You know, a little bit goes a long ways. So what I was thinking, man, these are awful sticky. You know what I mean? Remember how I said that I don't like how sticky they are. Remember how I said to... yeah, because these right here don't want to turn. Oh, this has got to come apart. Oh, okay. All right, well, getting to be a longer video than I wanted, but so I got to get in here somehow and press this off, because I don't think I can just pry, because you don't want to break this part here. That's part of your Amplitorq here. Because I can put it in here and push down on this, as long as you're in there tight. Because I don't think it'll hammer off. Where's my brass punch I just had? The little one. There. Oh, she's coming. That really surprises me. I was thinking I was going to have to put that in the press. Here we go. Okay. Let's check this bearing out real quick. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, you gotta adjust this so it comes all the way off, because there is threads in there. Gotta go a little more. Maybe those just need cleaning. So. There we go. Okay. All right. So there's driving and driven. Oh, look at there. See? That one's got two broken off. Didn't see that. Okay. So this was like this. Okay. So we're going to flip it over and we'll make a stack. All right. These usually don't wear out. The intermediate plates, but okay, we're going to flip it over. As long as they're flat and not wore out. Okay. I think these are like $90 a piece. That's the problem. Come on, they're stuck together. Oil. There we go. This one looks okay. One broken one isn't bad so far. Yeah, these definitely need to be all oiled up when they go back together. Well, that one's all right too. Maybe we just got one that's bad. That'd be good. all right. Another one bent. Okay, last one. This is the one I was seeing like burnt on the edges. That's contamination of some kind right there. All right, well, we're gonna get these all cleaned up, do some better inspection, but yeah. So we start and finish with one of these. This would be driving. So, okay. Okay, the shaft looked okay. Sounds like Nicholas is just about home, so. Okay, well, I got a shopping list I gotta do. So, need a sprag bearing, a spring, one of these, I think. I don't think I have any of these new. Because there is, oh, one. That's not ideal. Okay, gotta clean them up anyways, so. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these kind with the teeth on it. And there should be 7 of the other then, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of those. Sorry, 6 of those. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some parts ordered. So I don't know what time of day it is. Oh, it's almost 7 o'clock at night already. So all right. Well, now we know. So that we need a few things to get fixed, and then yeah, I'll order those parts tomorrow, and we'll see you in the next video, which I guess we'll be back to working on this one while I wait for more parts for this one. So no biggie. So all right, well, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.